everyone, Deborah with Pinching Faces here, and today I'm going to do an Amazon ride-along, per se. Basically, I have a whole bunch of media that I recently sourced from Savers and Goodwill, and I've got some other items that I also picked up at the thrift store, because as you know, as I stated back in June, I didn't want to do retail arbitrage anymore. But that didn't mean I didn't want to do Amazon. It just meant that, my focus, I really just still wanted to keep thrifting. I didn't want to go out to all of the Walmarts and Targets and Walgreens of the world and search for items. It just wasn't fun. But when I'm out thrifting for my eBay stuff, I still pick up items that are completely appropriate for Amazon. And recently, like in the last week, I actually started checking out the media section. It's really easy in all of those racks to spot the ones that are new, still in the package, and then from those you can kind of scan those, and it really doesn't take that long. And the last couple of places I've been, I've actually walked away with quite a few items. So I wanted to go through the process of basically how I add the item to my inventory, the decision on how I'm going to price it, and then also take it all the way through to actually putting it into a shipping plan, getting it labeled, and all of that stuff. So this is going to be a really long video, but it was requested. Basically, I asked, hey, do you guys think this is going to be helpful? And I got a resounding yes. So let's go ahead and get started with what I have here. The first thing I'm going to do is change out my labels, because I have my eBay shipping labels that go in my Dymo. If you're going to ship eBay with your Dymo, the labels you're going to need are the 99019s. They are a longer label like this, and they print your regular post office postage on there for eBay. The ones that I use for Amazon are the 30334s. They are the horizontal landscape labels, and those are the ones that you can use with Amazon's scan and label program. You don't have to pay for anything extra. So we got our labels in there, so let's go ahead and get started. I also have a barcode scanner. You don't have to have that. If you want to, you can always just key it in. You go to your add a product section, and you can always key in the UPC or the name of the item. But if you have an extra $30, it's a good idea to get a barcode scanner, because it's just going to save you so much time. But if you can't, another option is to actually just use your phone. If you scan your item with the Amazon Seller app, which is completely free, you can actually enter it into your inventory using your phone. So, just a kind of a workaround if you don't want to get a barcode scanner, but I would highly recommend, especially a wireless one. They're about $10 more than the wired ones. I believe the wired ones run about $20, and the wireless ones are $30. So it's definitely a good investment. It just saves you time. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to start off with is actually not media. It's these little cubes. They're little cube people that I bought for 99 cents, and I got 3 of them. Now, in the terms of Amazon, these wouldn't be new. They are new in the box, and they are eBay new, but conditionally they're not Amazon new. This one has wear to the corner. You can see where the box has wear. It has some wear down here on the bottom. This one does as well on the top. It's got some dings, and this one has been like kind of crushed and has some markings there. So what you can do is, and if you're trying to figure out if that's an item you want to send to Amazon, or you can send to eBay, what you can do is go into your items. Let's start with the sensitivity training lady and go ahead and scan it, and it brings up the product here. So I'm going to go to see the details, and it looks like new. It's $14.99, and there's only one seller on there, so I really wish that this one wasn't box damaged. And you can even look here on the Keepa, which is an extension of Chrome. You can get it in your extensions. Keepa will actually load directly on the page, and these are the rankings here, which is kind of a higher level thing. Now there is one thing with this particular item that I noticed the other day when I was looking at it. It's listed in preschool. This is not a preschool item at all. This is for an adult. This is an adult, something you put on your desk or whatever. It's a, a novelty item. So this would actually be something that I would get in contact with with Amazon about. And actually, while we're here, the way that you would do that is you would go right here and you're going to take the ASIN of the item and you're going to go down here to support, and you're going to go to product and inventory, and then there's a product page issue, and you're going to put the ASIN in. And if it ever loads, you can pick out what the problem is. And the problem is that it's in the wrong category. And you can say, this item is not a preschool toy. It is an adult novelty item. And what they're going to do is they'll actually send you a email, and they're going to ask you, well, what category is it supposed to be in? And then you'll end up having to fill out a little category tree. Basically, it's supposed to be in this category, and this subcategory, and this subcategory there. And it actually is a Excel file that you would need to fill out. So in this particular item, alright, so we're going to figure out first, can we even list it as anything other than new? Which I can. I can list it as collectible, and I can say unopened box has some software. What I like to do in my seller SKU is I actually like to put the date that I bought the item. I purchased this one was going to be the 24th. Purchased it on the 24th for 99 cents. And so that's my SKU, so that way I kind of always know how much I paid for it. And then the next thing you can do is you can actually put a picture of the damage. So I'm going to do that right now. So I've taken the picture to show the damage to the box, and then I just took another picture of the actual item. And then I'm going to go ahead and price it, and I'm not going to price it much lower than the other seller. And then from there, all you do on the items is put your price. There's nothing else that you need to put on any of these sections. And you just press save and finish. And the next thing it's going to do is it's going to bring up your shipping plan screen. Now I already have a shipping plan that I started the other day, but if you don't have a plan, then you would select create a new plan. But what I'm going to do is go to an existing plan that I have. That's an error that I see some new sellers, what they'll do is they'll start creating new shipping plans for every single item they have, and then they'll have 50 shipping plans, and then they don't know why it's asking them to ship in individual boxes to the warehouses. What you have to do is click on add an existing shipping plan, go to the plan that you want to ship it to, and you just add your item to your plan, and you say how many you have. And I have 1. Now at this point, you could go in and label your item, or you could wait to label it until you get to the very end. It's really up to you. I'm going to go ahead and show you now how to do that, just in case people don't want to watch this whole video for me to get at the end. To label your item, you just go up to Scan and Label, and you're going to scan your barcode, and it will bring up your label here. And actually, I'm not on the Dymo Twin Turbo. Sorry, I need to change my printer over. Okay, so I have my printer, and then you just click Print Label, and you're all set. So the label is going to print out like that. And you just take it and you put it over the existing barcode, just like that. And so you would repeat that process with your next items. The next thing I want to go ahead and list is actually going to be a DVD. So we're going to go to Add Our Product. Now this is new sealed DVD. Gotta remember to take my price tag off. I paid $3.99 for this guy, because all the DVDs at Goodwill are $3.99. Scan our barcode, and let's go ahead and look at the details here. And it looks like new. These are all the prices for not Prime, and I'm not worried about those at all. Looks like Prime sellers are at $24.95, so we can go ahead and price accordingly. Now there's a really great feature that I wanted to show you guys, and it's actually an extension on your Chrome. So if you go up to your settings, go to More Tools, go to Extensions. We're going to go down here to Get More Extensions. From there, I want you to get an extension called Price Expert. It looks right here. And add that to your browser. And what that's going to do is it's going to really help you when you're on Amazon and you're trying to figure out if maybe eBay had better prices. You know, maybe eBay was a better place for you to put that item. What it's going to do is when you go to your Amazon page, if I can get this stuff out of the way. Sorry, I need to get it on my toolbar here. Price Expert. There it is, right there. So it's there. I just need it moved over. Okay, so when you get your Price Expert installed on your browser, and it's actually fairly simple. I was having an issue because I wasn't logged in to my Chrome. What it's going to do, and I'm going to show you because it didn't show up for this Nixon DVD, and it doesn't show up for everything, but I wanted to show you how it works. So let's see if we can find a product that I have that it might show up for. Okay, so I have this book. It's a guide for fixing your car. So you can see it popped up here, and Price Link brought it up. Let's see if it comes up. This is killing me. You're killing me. Alright, here, let's click on this. So what it'll do when you click on the item, if it's coming up on eBay, and like you can see here, it wasn't a flawless process. It'll pop up over here in the corner, and it'll show you the eBay prices of the items. So you can see on eBay, it's going for like $39, $40. 30 bucks. So it's actually really good when you're shopping as well. It's really helpful to me because it'll pop up the eBay prices when I'm over on Walmart.com or wherever, whatever I'm looking at. If it pings as finding that item, it'll go ahead and pop up the eBay prices, and so it kind of helps me whenever I'm shopping. So anyway, this is another feature up here. This one's called Invisible Hand, and it also brought up that it was selling on eBay, and it brings up comparable prices for Bonanza and for Sears, and a couple other places, and that one's called Invisible Hand. So those two, but this one I like the best just because it normally always brings up the eBay prices on things. I don't know why it didn't bring it up over here because it's clearly showing that there is one on eBay available. So like I said, it's not a flawless tool, but it is a tool, and I find it really helpful. So anyway, let's get back to listing our DVD. So I'm going to go ahead and scan it in. Like I said, it's sealed. It doesn't have any rips in the cellophane. And let's go ahead and see what we should price it at. And it was $24.95. We'd already figured that out. So we're going to go ahead and list our item. Oh, I just disappeared from myself. Don't know where I went. And I bought this the other day. 15, 7, 23. It was $3.99. This is new. I'm going to put factory sealed. Now, people don't generally see the condition notes on new items. You're not really supposed to have anything in your condition notes on new items. I try, I'll put something in there just because it kind of stands out whenever people are scrolling down. So I know me personally as a buyer, I kind of notice the ones that have notes. And save and finish. And it's going to bring up that screen to select your shipping plan. We're going to go ahead and add it to our shipping plan. And I have one. And let's go ahead and get it labeled. And there's my label. And that one's ready to go. Moving on. Okay, so now here is a different kind of product. This is software, and it's actually, it doesn't have a UPC at all. So we're going to actually have to search for this one, and this is the Print Shop Deluxe 12. Okay, and this is the one that we have here. It looks like the only ones are actually open box, so that's good. And it looks like there are no prime sellers on this one, and let's just look at what the conditions are for some of the other sellers. This says discs only. This one has all of the CDs, but there's no box or manual. This one has just the vinyl case like mine. This one, this is really long and probably not necessary. And this one is actually individually sleeved, as mine does. Says does not contain the original installation instructions, which mine does. So I'm going to go ahead and price this one. Let's see. I might price it $19.95. Oh, well, there's no primes. So I might price it $35 and just see how it goes. $35 is the point where even people that don't have Prime can still get Super Saver shipping for free. Yeah, I might. I think with this one I'm going to do $29.95 is what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and do sell yours. And this one I bought yesterday, 15/7/25. Wait, this today. Yeah. And I'm going to put that this is in good condition. On this part, I do want to show you what Amazon considers for condition. Okay, so I have Amazon's condition guidelines, and here it says anything new is brand new. It says refurbish, I'm not doing that. Use like new is untouched item in perfect condition, but the original wrapping is missing or is not pristine. Oh, it is pristine. There's absolutely no signs of wear. Instructions are included. Presentable as a gift. Used very good, is well cared for. Limited use, is in great condition. Complete, unmarked, and undamaged. Used good, use only if noted in the category guidelines. The item shows wear from consistent use, but it remains in good condition and works perfectly. And used acceptable is that it's fairly worn, but it works perfectly. Signs of wear can include issues such as scratches, dents, or worn corners. Let's see what it says about software. Only full retail versions. So mine would be, well, mine doesn't really cover any of this because I don't actually have a UPC, but I would put it as good condition. So that's what I'm going to put it as. It includes the instructions, and cover art, no box. All CDs are in factory vinyl sleeve case. Has been shrink wrapped for protection. And if you wanted to, you could include a picture. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I shrink wrap them. What I buy are shrink wrap bags. I don't have an impulse sealer. I just use a food sealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this software, I'm going to put it inside of this bag, and then I'm just going to seal it with my food sealer. Doesn't take very long. See, that's already done. Okay, so it's sealed in here, and then I'm just gonna take my heat gun, and I don't know if you can see. No, I can't see. Anyway, you just pop it with your heat gun like this. And it's sealed up. Make sure you take the price tag off before you seal it up. Anyway, we're gonna open that back up again. And so we're going to go ahead and add it to our shipping plan. And since this one didn't have a UPC, I can't scan it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click this little button that says show the ASIN, and I'm going to copy the ASIN, and that's what I'm going to put in the scan and label field. Oh, and then I can print my label out. And that's done. So, in the sake of making sure this isn't a super long, super duper long video, I'm going to go ahead and proceed to the next step. So we're going to go to our shipping queue here. And I'm going to go to my shipping plans. And this is the one I'm working on. So I have all of my items here. Now make sure that you have all of your quantities in there, because if you don't, what will end up happening is the warehouse won't be expecting your item. Even though you have it on your plan, you didn't mark how many you were sending in, and they won't know it was coming. I've done that a lot. It'll error out and not let you continue, but I've done it many times when I actually went in and edited my quantities and I changed the numbers, and I kind of screwed myself over. But it won't let you not have anything there at all. Now just always make sure your quantities are correct. So from here, this is where you would actually, if you weren't using scan and label, let's just say you didn't have a Dymo printer or a label printer, you would actually print out 30 up. You heard the word 30 up before. You would actually print out regular address labels. So what you'll do is you'll click the button that says print labels, and it'll show up over here. And this is what your labels will be. So you just use your regular 30 up address labels that you can buy from anywhere. I get them from the thrift store. You can buy them from Walmart or Walgreens or Big Lots or wherever you want to buy labels from. Like I said, I always find them at the thrift store for like $1.99. But you would print your labels out, and then this is where you would then take your labels and start labeling your items. Alright, so once you have your labels printed, and you're going to go ahead and continue, and this is where it starts assigning your shipments. And actually, wow, that's crazy. All of mine are going to one warehouse. That's insane. So I've got 21 items going to the same warehouse. Normally, I go to like 5 different warehouses. I'm not sure how I lucked up on one. But what you would do from this point is you would go ahead and approve the shipment. On that part, once you approve the shipment, it actually has you enter in it'll have you enter in your dimensions of your box and how much it weighs, and then all it does is have you print out your shipping label. So there's not really much that happens after this point other than approving your shipment and sending in your box. So anyway, so I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, I'm sure you do. I tried to cover a couple different types of items. Obviously, I can't get it all into one 30-minute video, but I just wanted to kind of help with the process a little bit. If you have any questions, just leave them down below, and I will try to answer them if I can. Alright, thanks you guys. Have a good night.